Okay, it is now live. Let me also share the screen for today's agenda. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, see, we can see your screen. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Wani. Before we get started, I saw a new face, Sanil, joined this meeting. So maybe, Sanil, could you give yourself a brief introduction and what you want to discuss in today's meeting?
Oh, hi, everyone. Yes, my name is Sunil Ravipati. I'm located in San Francisco Bay Area. I've been in CNCF other projects like tag security, zero trust, uh, with Spiffy Inspire. So I, this got me interested. So I thought to um join, participate, and learn more about Notary Project and find out, especially since it's in the area of vulnerability management, I believe. So, yeah, I thought to join this meeting and contribute in the as we go along.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Sanil.
Sure, you're welcome.
Yeah, so let us know if you want to discuss in today's meeting, okay? Um,
Sure.
yeah, so let's get back to our topics. So today we have quite a few topics we want to discuss. So let's start from the first one. Yeah, the first one is information update to the whole Notary Project community. As you may know that we in China, there will be upcoming Spring Festival, starting actually from February 10th till February the 17th. And normally people will also take some days off before the Spring Festival or after Spring Festival. And also, so for some notation, especially notation maintainers, Patrick and Junjie, they will not working during this period, and also Shui as org maintainers. And also another information is that besides Spring Festival, that from Microsoft side, we have some resource limitation, including the holidays and the vacation in February. So our estimation is that we will have our especially notation maintainers back around the middle of March. So that means that we probably need to defer our notation 1.2 release to sometime. I propose the middle of May. And also during Chinese Spring Festival, we have a community meeting. So I would like to also ask help from other maintainers to drive the community meeting on February 12th, next Monday, basically. Pradesh, please.
Yeah, so you're saying there will be no one available to review the PRs also? Because it's like
Yes.
1.5
Yeah.
months looks really long for no one to review the PRs or anything. We would be completely blocked on any progress.
Yes. Some PRs that not require engineer work, those PRs can still be reviewed. So this only impact the PRs related to the engineer work.
Yeah, but 1.5 months is a really long time if you don't review any PR. Basically, any PR which I raise won't be reviewed for 1.5 months. Can we lower down the threshold for time being that we need only one PR approval to merge the PRs, or how do you want to tackle that? Like I can assume, I can understand it was 15-20 days for, like, for example, for a couple of repos, we have like 2 PRs are compulsory and two approvals are compulsory there. And for 1.5 months, basically we cannot merge any PR. That's what we are saying right now for at least 3 repos.
Yeah, that's true. We have resource limitations during this periods and also some holidays.
How can we de-risk that? Should we lower down the approval threshold for this time period from 2 approvals to 1 approval?
Mm.
Yeah, Wani, please. Do you have something to say?
Yeah, I think I agree with Pritesh actually. I think if it is a spec and other things, it's okay. I think we can still get Toddy to approve. Uh, is anyone from Sajay's team like can be an approval, or we have to change it?
Yeah, we have some limitations. So, and also I don't think we should change any PR governance. Yeah, we
Yes.
still require two approvals, right?
Yes, but it doesn't work, right? We have to keep working on this. We won't be able to make any progress on this for a month and a half.
So another thing is that it is possible that the PRs do not have any dependencies. So I mean, if we agree that we will defer in the 1.2 release, I think the majority of the work is related to notation 1.2 and also some specifications. So if we are aligned with the timeline, so is that possible that for the PRs that we can have PRs without any dependencies on each other, so that when the engineers are back, they can review those PRs. Let me see in the chat.
I think, okay, this is a high level thing, right? If it is normal PRs, I think I agree with Pritesh. Is it okay to reduce the cadence to 1 reviewer? But if there is anything urgent, I see that Sajay telling if there is anything like security fixes that we need to do during that time. Maybe nothing is outstanding as of now, but if there is anything, then who is available? Who will be available?
So during the Spring Festival, there will be limited support from Shiva and Patrick and other folks on Shanghai side. But Toddy and I are definitely here during this time.
Yeah.
And if necessary, we can pull in other people also. It's not like, especially for security issues or anything like that, we'll definitely support. There's no question about that. I think it's more in terms of the regular feature work and the PR work. That I think the maintainers on this group should decide what to do. Because technically, how many people are we talking about here? We have Shiva and Patrick who are maintainers, right?
Junji also, right? 3.
Yeah,
Right.
Junji.
So Pritesh, question for you: how many issues and PR like we'll have in this 5 weeks? I am
I
thinking
mean,
it's 5 weeks, right?
we have Rishabh and me totally working on this
Hmm.
1 month at least.
And this can be used to set precedents even for later on. If, let's say, even you and Rishabh have something high critical, it doesn't block forever. So I think that's, I'm not concerned about that. I'm more concerned about when people can't review, how do you unblock the work that's happening? It helps you as well as it helps the project in general.
See, the
Uh,
release itself, I think we can push to mid. Anyway, it's mid-May. I think that's already that's the proposal he has given. So if we might, if after the development, if review is the question, then do we? I think, is it good to wait?
I mean, but we have to engineers slated for work on it, and like we are basically blocked for a month time frame now on it. And I'm not sure whether we'll be able to
Yes.
reprise next month on this.
The only problem, Pritesh, with one approval is if there is no one from, you know, Microsoft, then I think if there is anything that needs discussion and consensus, then is it okay? You know.
I saw more hands raised. So from my side, Rakesh, you go first.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about pausing all the development work for 1.5 months. I think from our team, we have a couple of engineers already working on some code reviews. So I think they will be blocked for 1.5 months, right? Is it possible to find some resources for just code reviews for the meantime?
Yeah, I agree.
Toddy, please.
Yeah, so Rakesh and Vani, use me as kind of escalation pad. So I will work with Sajay and whatever resources we have available for the next 6 weeks to figure out how we can best do this. So some of the PRs can be either looked at by me or Sajay. One of the things is that, as he mentioned, we have some resource constraints that we cannot actually get anybody available. So it will need to be ad hoc. So if there is any approval needed, just send it my way or payment and ease. So we'll figure out internally and we'll make sure that we are able to make some progress at least over the next 6 weeks.
Yeah, Tony. I think that's good. Instead of making it, if we don't find anyone and if it is blocked, then is it okay to change it to one approval cadence?
No, I don't think we should change it to one, but we can discuss it and let's say I can provide approval for that. So I'll use Sajay. Sajay doesn't have any approval rights on the repository, but I can use Sajay to actually help me with any approval.
Okay.
And we'll use my or Feynman and Yee's approval rights for that.
I think on some repos you don't have a right? Like for notation goes either we need to change them, we need to make changes to governance because you're not maintained on that repo, so you won't be able to, even if you approve the PRs, it won't count as the reviews.
That's because I am not part of the code owners, correct?
Yes, as far as I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, as organizational maintainers, we may have more rights, but I need to check with that. But yeah, let's figure out when we get to that point. We'll figure out a way to get through the approvals.
Actually, I think Tody has the I think he can approve the PR. He's the org maintainer, right?
Yeah, as org maintainers, I believe I can approve in any repository.
He's in the PR's reviewer list.
Yeah.
Okay. When does this holiday season start?
Yeah, it starts, the public holiday starts from February 10th.
10th.
And until February 17th.
5 weeks.
So this other, from 10th to 17th, these are the public holidays, but as Euro people will take more days off because this is one of the, I mean, in a whole year, one of the most important holiday in China. So people will take more days off and before the holiday starts and after holiday ends. Yeah. So as a summary, so for any security related issue, we will take it as high priority for sure. And I think Toddy and Sajid will be available during the holidays. Fabian and I, we don't take additional vacations off. So anything urgent, you can also ping Fabian and I and me as well. And so for security issue, we will take it as high priority as Euro. And for the PR reviews, if any urgent things you would like to get it reviewed, so please also ping us as well. And I think for current notation, especially in notation, the repo, we have at least 2 approvals required, right? So maybe from your side, you can also have additional approval from your side first. Then if anything urgent you want to push to review, you can contact us.
I'll keep it going. I'll work with Pritesh and just make sure I have a prioritized list for any review and approval for Toddy. So I'll be able to send that. I'll connect with Toddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
And yeah, by the way, thanks Rakesh for the
Yeah, the concern here is just to keep the development going on. I think it is a bit hard to like pause entire development on notation when these kind of holidays come up. Even from AWS side, we will think about this and make sure that there is always coverage. And I encourage all org maintainers to do the same.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Rakesh, for this good point. So we may face the similar situation in the future, right? So we can also, think about how to handle this. Thanks, Rakesh. Okay. So for the next Monday committee meeting, any maintainers can help to drive the meeting, because I'm not available during that time.
Yeah. What is the question? Sorry, I missed it.
It's about the meeting host for next Monday community meeting, because I will be off due to the holiday.
Yeah.
So who can help to? Okay, great.
I'll be. Yeah. And if I need anything, I'll talk to Toddy about that. So yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mani.
Thanks.
Okay, that's the first topic. Then we move on to the next one. Next one is from Pritesh. Over to you, Pritesh.
Hey, thank you. Can you please open that link? So I think I raised so just to provide some background, I raised a preliminary PR to just run the approach which I am taking for blob signing. And as a part of PR, we stumbled upon a discussion where we were like, whether we should reuse so for in blob signing, we need to hash the content twice. First one, the actual file, which we will hash it to create a descriptor. And then as a part of signing, we will again hash the signature envelope. So we would be hashing the content twice in blob signing as compared to container image signing, where we only hash the content once, which is basically so yeah. So as a part of this PR, what I am proposing is uh, whatever hashing algorithm we use for blob signing, it should be consistent. Basically, for both the hashing operations in blob signing should use the same algorithm. I think Patrick has some reservations about this, so we can like so just I want to discuss this in this meeting, and I think other maintainers might have some questions around the approach.
Okay.
Yeah, we can take 2 minutes to just read over this.
Starting from
Not here, scroll down a bit. Let me share the link. I will just directly share the link. So here's the link. Ignore the comments about that.
okay, this one.
Some of the part of this comment is unnecessary, but this is where we started the discussion.
Yeah, I'm not sure you all finished the reading because Shui didn't join today. Patrick is in the meeting, so I'm not sure whether we can, finalize this. And it seems long.
Yeah, so the idea is we should use the same hashing algorithm throughout the sign operation, and we shouldn't flip in between the hashing algorithms. For example, if user is signing with, let's say, SHA-384, RSA SHA-384 PSS, we should use SHA-384 throughout the signing algorithm, not switch to SHA-256 or PY12 bit in the operation, because it doesn't add value. Also, it's easy to understand and explain anyone who's reviewing the spec or doing their own implementation.
Can you
Um,
sorry, go ahead, Patrick. You start.
Yeah, so we are actually not doing the same thing when signing an OSI image. So when you are signing an OSI image, we resolve the reference to a descriptor without knowing any information of the signing key. So that's the current case for OSI signing. And in this PR, as you can see, there's a bug. You are hashing 3 times. Ideally, we should only hash 2 times.
On second part, I agree completely. This is a bug. We will fix it. On first thing, in case of OCI artifacts, the descriptor is the content with three.
So to the external users, they won't know which hash algorithm we used when generating the descriptor. They won't see it. It's totally inside notation.
Yes, no, they will see it, right? If someone wants to understand the strength of signature or anything, they will go and look into it, then they'll figure it out. So it's not completely opaque for yes, I agree. End user might not know, I don't know about that, but if someone is planning to adopt and they want to use the strength and want to understand the spec, they will pretty much be aware of this.
The same design is quite common. Like for example, the CMS, they have 2 algorithms, one for the digest algorithm and one for the signer algorithm. So separating the algorithms is not a security concern, right? And when the external user gets to see the descriptor is already hashed. And also we are using the signing algorithm to sign the size of the blob content. So if you are worrying about hash collision, SHA-2 hash algorithms are collision resistant. And if you want to find such a collision and with the same size, it's even harder. So I don't think there's a security concern in terms of using the signing algorithm or another algorithm, another SHA-2 algorithm to generate the descriptor. I also I don't have very strong opinion on using which algorithm to generate a descriptor. I guess there's no security concern, right?
I think the security concern here would be inconsistent selection of hashing algorithm, right? Yeah, I mean, we can call this algorithm as hashing algorithm or signing algorithm, but they are pointing to the same category of algorithms at the end. So for OCI images, if we are picking the signing algorithm based on the key type and size, should we keep it consistent with blob signing as well?
Yes, it is. So as I said, when we send an OCI image, when we generate a descriptor, we resolve it from the repo according to the reference provided by the user. At that point, we don't have information about the private key. So what Pritesh is suggesting is that when we sign a blob, we should use the signing algorithm of the private key to generate the descriptor's digest field. I'm saying that we don't have to do that.
I mean, for
it's an
OCI
option.
images, the digest is already calculated by the registry, right? But that is not the case for blobs. So we will have to do that somehow. And I see two ways of doing it. Either we hard code the hashing algorithm to some certain acceptable algorithm like SHA-384 or 512 or whatever, right? And use that for creating the digest of the blobs, or we allow the user to pick it. Maybe notation can allow SHA-56, 384, 512, and so on, and allow the user to pick it. Both these cases seem risky to me, given that we are giving this option to either user or hard coding to some value that may get updated in the future. So I think my understanding is that if we follow the same process of picking the algorithm based on the key size / key type, that will keep everything consistent. And as the key sizes and types get deprecated, this hashing algorithm selection will also get updated without us spending any effort.
Yeah, I think both options should work. It's just using the signing algorithm has a higher engineering cost. I guess that's only difficulty because we are introducing a new signer interface where we think the current signer interface should be generic enough to be used.
So like I think what we have found is like current signer is not generic enough. So I won't drive implementation from the specification. I would drive other way around it. If it's provide better user experience and compatibility, use the specification to make the code changes, not other way around. And as the tool expands, your interface are bound to break sometimes, or you need to add additional interfaces. And just to clarify, there is a difference between OCI artifact signing and blob signing. In OCI artifact signing, we are given some constraint, which is the registry controls the hashing algorithm. That's a fact. We cannot change it or tweak it. So we had to play around that rules. In blob, we can do whatever we want.
Maybe I can just add some information here. The hash algorithm can be picked fully by the client. So the default specification or the canonical specification is 256 today, but there's nothing stopping a client from generating a 512 hashed content, even in the registry. Registries don't work that way, but the specification doesn't limit them from working that way. So that might be a point of consideration. So it is fully up to the client. There is discussion about considering 512, but yeah, there is no 384 that I've seen on the
so spec says 256 and 512. I'm not sure whether every registry implements 512.
Nobody does as far as I know.
So we only have one option.
Yeah, and even then, notation is selecting the signing algorithm rather than letting the user do it, right? And I'm sure there is a good reason for that.
I would say we should continue the discussion once Pritesh fixed his PR with the new design, because currently you're hashing 3 times. So once you finalized your design, I think we can discuss again. And with Shway's participant.
So just to clarify that, this is a one-line fix we are talking about, so we can still continue discussion. The fix you're talking about is just removing one line there. So that fix should not block this discussion.
I'm curious, how do you fix it with one line?
Oh, you just need to, I will just remove the extra hashing which I'm doing. It's just inside one function. It's a copy pasta error which I made. So like, okay, let's forget about this CR. If even this PR was not there, we still have this problem, right?
So I'm thinking I'm thinking the current design has to be hashed 3 times actually.
Why?
Because from my suggestion, we could just use the digest from reader. Yi, can you scroll down a little bit? I think it's there's a and please scroll down. Yes, here. So this is the current implementation in this PR. So my suggestion is just removing step 1 and replace step 2 with digest from reader, and that's it.
That's correct. But the discussion about, I agree with you, we should remove one and use hashing. You should do only hashing twice. The discussion is more about which algorithm to use. Whether we want to hardcode to SHA 256, or we should derive it from the key, like which we are doing for OCI artifacts. And for signing, I think we will be doing that thing. Oh, sorry, I was talking on mute. Yes, I agree with you. We don't need one. We can just go away with second. But the discussion is more about which algorithm to use for signing instead of doing hashing twice or thrice. The discussion is about whether we should hardcode SHA 256 for every blob signing, or we should choose it from the key, or follow the same convention which we have been doing for signing OCI artifacts. Does it make sense, Patrick?
I think we can wait for Shway's participant. Do you agree to continue this discussion?
Will he be joining on Thursday? Because like now we are asking to wait for 6 weeks. That's the only thing I'm worried about now. It would be 6 weeks.
Pradesh, one question from us. Will this block something? I mean, is it possible that we can continue the current hash algorithm, and later we can think about when Shui is back or provide any comments, we can think about the change.
It will require complete refactoring. It's like just discarding a PR and raising a new one for signing and verification. So it's basically box completes blob signing.
Okay. So you mean that we need to make decision as soon as possible for this? Yeah, I think we can take this back to see how we can proceed on this, okay? Because Shui didn't join today.
Will you be able to join Thursday meeting?
No, that's even not possible because due to the time difference.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will bring it back and discuss how we can move forward on this. Is that okay?
Yep, it's just that I don't want it to be blocked for 6 weeks. So if we
Yeah,
can this week, it would be great.
Can he look it offline, like today sometime?
We will see. We need to bring this back and discuss. As I mentioned, we have some resource limitation. So, but we will discuss this to see how to move forward.
And I think when we make a decision, when we finish making the decision, we should write it into the current spec PR to make it clear.
I think this spec is already.
Yeah, I don't think the current spec PR has mentioned which algorithm to use to hash the blob content.
I'm pretty sure that is there, but I will double check. Thank you.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, should we have some comments?
They're mostly about the actual implementation comments, not the discussion which we're having. So this is the PR which brought up the discussion. This was the PR which I raised to just align with the implementation because there are major changes and we have to use the new interfaces. We have to expose new interfaces. So his comments are not really relevant to the current discussion which we were having.
Okay. I think I will bring back this to see how we can move forward. And Pradesh, could you maybe mention Shui in this PR clearly about the ask? Because it's quite long.
You guys commented on that actually. I think there's two parts here. Did everybody agree on the spec? Because I think we kind of like narrowed in on the fact of a new interface is getting created, which is kind of an implementation detail. So please correct me if I'm wrong. The spec is okay, and it's more just a implementation issue.
No, we are debating about spec thing.
Oh,
Yes. So like we are debating which hashing algorithm to use for signed blob operations.
I see. So should we just talk about the spec PR then and not, because I think the fact is you can do it with the same interface or a different interface is a minor implementation detail, right?
I agree, it's a spec thing, but since this PR has most of the conversation there with all pros and cons of it, that's the reason I use this PR.
Yeah, no, it's bringing me back nightmares about how to implement versus spec problems in OCI also. So
yeah, that's why I tried to clarify. The discussion is about choosing the hashing algorithm, not actual implementation.
right. So is there an associated spec change PR that is linked here?
Rakesh, can you link the PR if you have it handy?
Is this one blob sign spec?
Yeah, it is 283. I will link it.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
the one.
Right there.
Okay.
Patrick, you seem to have approved it, so I'm guessing you don't have any concerns on this.
Actually, no, because
all right, let's make sure.
This PR has a main change after my approval, so I need to reapprove it.
All right.
As you can see, it was last year.
Wow,
the approval was last year, so yeah. Rakesh, could you kindly point where is the hash algorithm picking session? I guess I miss it.
Okay, I will find this. Probably it should be somewhere in the signature specification. But if it is not there, I will update it.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, so the spec also needed to we needed to do some updates for the algorithm, right? Then it is about the implementation details, right?
Yeah, just to call it out again, we are not worried about implementation detail. We are mostly worried about spec.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rakesh, could you firstly find the changes in the spec? Then we can maybe review the spec first and continue the discussion.
Yeah, yeah, I can update this thread with that. But since most of the discussion is already being done in this thread, should we keep it going on here? I don't want to like start a new thread and then reiterate all the topics.
Yeah, I don't think that seems fair. We don't have to. So we can probably like just quantify this as we're using this to kind of discuss the specification for now, and
yeah, and I will cross-reference the
yeah,
thread.
that should be good.
To make it.
Okay. So we only have 10 minutes. We have other agenda. So for this, let's pause here, and we will figure out how to move forward on this. Back to the agenda, we still have 4, and yeah, the next is about we have 2 agenda topics from Feynman. So please, Feynman, over to you. Could you yeah, we only have 10 minutes, so yeah, so please.
Yeah, I can continue on your screen. So can you open the link that I attached in the agenda items regarding the plugin management conventions? Yeah, this is a PR that was aiming to update the plugin conventions and remove outdated information from the plugin spec, right? So after several rounds of review during last week, I think now we probably are ready to get approvals from the maintainers and thinking about the release strategy of the specifications repository. So my help wanted for this PR is that maybe Pritesh, you can take another review for this PR and see whether we are ready to get enough approvals for this. And also other maintainers can take another look at this PR. We have finished the first round of review last week, right? The next ask for this PR is we need to think about the release strategy for specifications repository because we have 3 major changes after V1.0 release in August last year. So I created an issue to discuss about the release strategy of this specification repo. So you could just scroll down and find the issue. I will not go through the details of this issue due to the time reason, but I will put it on to our action list and wait for any maintainers to comment on this issue and see which version strategy that we want to use for the specifications repository. My personal opinion is that we can cut a new minor release v1.1 for this repository because it introduces incremental change to the plugin spec, and also the new implementation of notation CLI and the notation Go v1.1 are also based on the new spec, the new plugin spec. So I think it would be better to have the consistent versioning strategy for specifications repository.
Okay,
That's all from my
thanks,
side.
Simon. Yeah. I saw Pritesh messages, so yeah. So Vani, can you take this with Pritesh and the other maintainers from your side for specification repo to review the plugin convention, this PR, and also think about how we can release this specification. And Feynman has two options here. Would you drive this and comment on this? Then we can think about how to release this. Yeah. Okay. The next one, Feynman versioning strategy.
Yeah, this one I may deep, but rely on Pritesh, Vani, and the other maintainers' opinions on that, because currently we only receive two suggestions from Toddy and David. Yeah, you can scroll down and you will find what have been proposed from David and Toddy. After we have at least a majority of opinion on this release versioning strategy, we can make decision on which release strategy or which versioning strategy that we want to apply to Notary Project documentation and website. So Vani and Pritesh, Rakesh, could you take a look and comment on this issue?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, it will impact all of those previous documentation and our future release documentation, as well as the website. So this is an important change for the website as well as our documentation.
Okay.
It is not very easy to change the URL and the versioning strategy for the repository after we finalize the decision.
Yeah.
So let's make decision maybe before this Tuesday or Wednesday.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Feynman. And I think the two topics ask Pritesh Vani to review and comment. Then we can also move forward. Yeah. Okay. The last two are all from both from my side. So the first one is org maintainer status follow-up. So as you may be aware that Steve created the issue to step down, and also I created the issue for Justin's emeritus. So please take a look at those issues and comment if you support. And also from last meeting, we also need one more, I think two more maintenance, considering Steve and Justin step down. So we need two more org maintainers. So Vani, please, from your side, please, if you are working on the nomination, please share with us the status or create the issue directly.
Yeah, I have sent Pritesh all the information. There is one information I was looking at how many meetings that I have attended. That is something that I was not able to get. So is there any easy way to get that? Like,
you mean the meeting participants?
Yeah, number of meetings attended, kind of.
Okay. Yeah, for that one, I can help. I
Okay.
have some status. Yeah, I summarized in the issue for last year basically, and for this year, starting from January to February, I can collect those data for you.
Okay.
Okay, I can yeah, I can aggregate all the data and send it to you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. That's augmented status. Please check the issue in the .github repository under Notary Project and comment. The last one is this issue also request maybe Pritesh and the meaning to take a look, because this is related to trust policy. And as I know that previously it is meaning he drove this trust policy and trust store design. So I would like that meaning of Pritesh to comment on this issue.
Oh,
Okay, I saw Pritesh sounds okay. So Pritesh will take a look about this. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all everything we want to discuss. Anything else? We only have 1 minute.
I think.
Okay. Okay, I think we can close this meeting.
Sure.
Thanks
Thanks.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a nice
Thank
day.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, folks.
See you, folks.
Thank you.
Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Bye. Yeah,
Enjoy.
thanks. Bye.
Enjoy. Bye.